I knew it. I knew it. When I last saw you, I was like, she looks a little rich.
Ah, no.
You look great. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. I am so relieved that it's over. Now I can, talk freely with my friends and family on my experience on the show without having to, say that I've got eliminated.
Were you like forbidden to tell anyone close to you that you won?
Except for my husband. That's about it.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
I know.
That's wild. So, how did your husband react when you got out of there and you were like, I won. I'm taking home $4.5 million.
He didn't believe me. He's just like, no way.
Take me back to the moment you were announced as the winner. What was going through your mind? How long did it take to even set in?
It took a while. And, as you can see on the TV, I was like, me winning? This is it? This is the finale? It's like, it took a few seconds to click in that, oh my gosh, the game is over, I'm the winner and stuff like that. But at the same time, it was, very mixed emotion of seeing Phill standing there, like, so disappointed. I felt so guilty at the same time because Phill, I love Phill to death. He's a great person. He's grounded, and for me to win in that final game, I felt a little guilty about that.
Player 16 eliminated.
Sam?
Phill and Sam are so close. I mean, they're best friends on the show. And I'm just like, I'm just a third wheel. And so when Sam got eliminated, I kind of felt relieved because I want Phill to be my opponent because I can feel more so than Sam. And I also feel Sam as, a threat to me playing in the final game.
How did you feel about what the final game was?
Oh, I was so happy because, I'm glad that they picked the most easiest game for the final. The stress has, taken down a notch and it's not like cutthroat or anything like that. And I felt relieved for that. And just to make the last game, it's so easy. It's just, it's a breath of fresh air for us. And it's not so intense,
You're killing me, Mai.
Yeah, I mean, rock, paper, scissors is so interesting because it's like, kind of a game of chance, but you're so good at reading people. Did you have a strategy when you were playing?
Oh, yes. The advantage of going to this game is I'm much older than Phill, and I experienced more in life than Phill as far as, people, because I have a family, I have kids, and he's still young. So the knowledge that I've taken to the game, I have a better advantage because I played that game constantly with kids, with grown adults. So I was able to maneuver that. So I have that advantage over Phill.
How have you felt about the reactions to you? Like, do you go online and read comments? How have you felt about how you were portrayed and received on the show?
Actually, I am glad I don't have social media platform. That's
Good.
for that one reason. Whether it be good or bad, I don't want to be immerse myself and overwhelmed with the comments. And so I try to separate that so that way I can live a normal life and not so worried about what people think about me.
Is there anything, if you went back, you would do differently?
No, I think I stood by my decision in what I played throughout the show, and I'm glad that I stick to my gun, which it's integrity and also perseverance and hardcore strategy of overcome every game.
I don't trust TJ. He said he got a pure heart. I don't think he got a pure heart.
Nope.
Have you spoken with TJ since coming out?
I have, as a matter of fact, I received a text from him yesterday, and he said that even though, I said that, I don't trust him, his wife said, she was voting for me to win.
Did the other players know that you won, or they didn't know either?
No, they didn't know because we can't tell anything. We signed an NDA, and all of the players, especially the finalists, we had to keep it to ourselves. It was very hard.
Oh my gosh. What surprised you most about the experience?
On the lighter note, it's the food. I didn't expect all the food would be boiled, or it's like flavorless. And at least on the game, I mean, it's not in the TV show, you have some kind of flavor. Here you have everything boiled, and it's not as good. So and also the I probably told you this earlier in the interview, but it's the personal hygiene of maintain the personal hygiene and be responsible to clean up after yourself, and just be respectful in the environment that we share, common areas.
Yeah. Did you just have the one tracksuit the whole time?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think at one point when people are starting say, hey, my shirt is dirty, because sometimes they came off of a game where they had the squibs, and it squirted from somebody on their shirt or something like that, or food fallen, or just dirty, and so, and also smelly too. And so I think after a few complaints, we finally changed our attires.
Do you know how long you were in there? I wonder if how time even works in there.
Well, just from reading the news, I think it's like 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah. But, I was very careful with that too, because my family and friends is like, how long were you in there if you got eliminated? I said, 1 week.
Right. Yeah. So have you made any, what was your first big purchase? Has that even happened yet?
I already started, but I haven't received the money. But I bought a dress and a pair of shoes that I wear to the event last night, and I think that's the only splurge that I can really allow myself to buy, because it's so expensive.
Do you have big plans for your winnings?
Yes, I have, as a matter of fact. So I have charitable cause that I want to contribute more so, because I want to increase the number of sponsoring as for kids receiving education and helping the elderly with their basic needs and health care, and also the wildlife and the climate. And I think those three are very important, how we see the world, so that way we can live in it and enjoy it for everybody, not just us at the present moment. We have to see the kids too, because that's their future also.
They renewed the show for season 2.
Yes, I'm so glad, because I told everybody, to apply. It's going to be so much fun for them.
Should I go in, Mai? What should I do?
Should. I think you got the stamina to do it.
We visited the set a few days before you guys went in, and I played red light, green light, did the Dalgona, all of that.
But did you stand for 35 minutes?
We stood for a while, but definitely nowhere near as long as you guys. But it's interesting though, because it is it's very much in how you plant your feet. You don't want to have your hands out. Your feet get numb because it was cold, and then you start to run again, and you're like, oh my gosh, it was tough.
Yeah, my disadvantage was my shoes were a little bit big, so I had, regardless how many socks I wore, I still have, every time I run, my shoe will fall off. I was like, oh, it's so annoying. And
oh my God.
When I have 5 seconds left to go to the finish line, I said, you know what? With or without shoes, I'm going to make it to the finish line.
Right. Kick those suckers off. What would your advice be to anyone going into season 2?
My advice to the players, the new applicants, is that be respectful with the players. They're going to be the one that's going to, evolve in eliminating you. So you have to, put your respectable character, because without that, they're going to see the ugly side of you, and you get eliminated, just like 432. And also be patient, and, be patient with everything from filming, from the staff, from the people, the players, and everything else. And I think those two go in hand in hand.
It was interesting watching, because you would expect the most cutthroat people to maybe make it to the end, but it really was the camaraderie and teamwork that got those players to the end.
I think to me is camaraderie can only play 10 or 15% of the time, but in the end, those group camaraderie, they're going to be broken up, because you can't have a group when there's one person to win. So eventually, if if you notice towards the end of the game, oh, all bets are off.
Right.
Yeah. So that's only work when you have like a large number of players, but when you come down to 10, 12, top 3, you can't do that.
All right. Well, I'm so glad you won. Congratulations. Your story is very touching. And I always say don't go on social media, but a lot of people are responding very well to you winning and your backstory. And I think it's touched a lot of people.
Thank you.